Hi everyone, this is Raju Mahato. Still now I have shown you to define global variables and global function on my last videos. It's like here you can see that I have defining here a global variables and also a global function. Now on this video I am going to show you how can we create our custom module, which can also be described as a custom library file, and where to place them and how to access them as a globally, how to define it as here on this file as a global variable so that we can use them throughout the application. So for that, let's create a folder under app. So let's name it as a live. That's it. Now let's add a utility file, which is generally our module, or you can say that as a library. So I am naming it as a util.js. That's it. Now here I am going to add a function which will be exported. So here to define it as a need to export, then the function name. So let's make it as a test function, and going to define the function here. So let's simply add a alert message which will tell you that it's a exported function. So I'm going to add a custom message here like, hi, I am a custom exported function. That's it. Now need to export this function, need to define this function on this alloy.js so that it can be accessed throughout the application. So need to make it as a global. So for that, on the same way, alloy, then global, then the variable name. So here it is test fn. You can make your own choice while defining your variable name. So now we need to require this function which is defined in our library, which is generally as a util for this case. So to require or to get those function which are defined on util.js, we need to require this using the keyword require. Now the interesting thing is, generally if I define the path of this file, so we will write like live, then the file name, but not with the extension name. So here you can see that I have defined the file path, but on alloy we need not required to mention this live, because it will automatically detect this library file under the folder live. So no need to mention this. That's it only. Now to use the function that are defined on this utility file or our library, let's go to the index.js. So now here you can see that so let's define it here like alloy, then globals, then the function name, the variable name that I have defined for it, so it is test fn. Then we need to, now here you can see that this is the only the function variable name that is defined here on the alloy.js. Now if I need to call the function that are explicitly a specific function which is defined on this module or library, we need to call that function name, which is generally make as a export. So I'm going to copy this name and paste it here. You can call this function like this, or you can make a variable of this function, of this variable, global variable, and then you can call that function using that variable. So not go so far with the complication, simply this. Now I'm going to run this application on simulated. So by using this module or library functionality, we can make some of our global function with like some function, utility function, which will be used throughout the application, like converting something, converting date or converting time, or some other function which is common to all the module that we are, all the UI, all the controller, all the module that we are using. So we can define those as a utility file, or you can define our custom library file, and we can define those in a global function, globally, and we can use them throughout the application. So here, now if I click it, so here you can see that the function get called, the library function that I have defined on our util.js has been called, like here, hi, I am a exported function. So that's it for today. Thanks.